Afternoon, welcome to another Round the Grounds episode. So today we're back talking clubs, and today we're with Ian Bradley and it's Rotherham United. So just introduce yourself, my friend.
Hello, for those that don't know me, I'm Ian, 61-year-old Rotherham season ticket holder, been a Millers fan for 50 plus years, and we just, I've eaten some memories of Millmoor.
Yeah, so we're actually at Millmoor now, so we're going to have a walk, we're going to have a chat.
Yeah.
And just, first question, so growing up supporting Rotherham,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
How old was you?
It was my first game here at Millmoor were Easter Monday 1971, so it will be 1970-71 season, and I came with my auntie.
Yep.
And it was a home game with Wrexham. It were a 1-1 draw, as I remember. And I'd have been about just pushing 10 years old at the time.
Yeah.
And I was hooked from that moment on. But I didn't go to many games within the next couple of years because, I don't know, finances, and my dad wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
But I started becoming a regular supporter around about the 73-74 season.
Right, yeah.
Which we were in the old 4th division. And that's particular season, I started going to away games too.
Right.
So, but the actual Easter Monday game were the one that got me hooked.
Yeah. There's always a game that stands out as being a supporter.
Yeah.
Like,
And I thought I just loved everything about it. You know, the match day experience,
That's it,
and
mate,
with me being young and impressionable, I just got hooked.
Yeah. So Millmoor, obviously. When did the last play here? When did they move over?
It was May 2008, which was the last game of the 2007-8 season. It was a 1-0 home win over Barnet.
Yeah.
And Jamie Green had the dubious honour of scoring the last goal.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and there was obviously protracted negotiations between the club and the owner of the ground on the rents at Millmoor, and the new chairman, who's still the chairman of Rotherham now, Tony Stewart, says the rents were too high.
Yeah.
So we're vacating Millmoor.
Yeah.
The Football League said, if you can find a temporary venue, we'll let you play in it for 4 seasons.
Right.
And that was our move to the infamous Don Valley Stadium in Sheffield.
That. Yeah.
And we played there. Oh God, it was an awful place to watch football.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Athletic Stadium.
Yeah.
You were miles away from the pitch.
Yeah.
And there were more atmosphere on the moon.
Yeah. I actually played on that for
Did
a
you
team.
really?
Yeah, a team were like using it.
Yeah.
So I actually played, but yeah, it
So it weren't the place to watch football.
No.
It
was a cold night that night as well.
It were always cold. Always cold.
So obviously Millmoor, we're here now. It can't be knocked down, is that right?
That's absolutely correct. Because there's a sporting covenant on the site, which means the scrap metal company, the Booth family, who still own the site, own the ground, can't bulldoze it. They'd love to.
Yeah.
But as I said, there's a sporting covenant on it. I don't know how many years that runs for, but the site itself can only be used for sporting purposes.
Right.
Over the years, they've been trying to get the rugby union club here. They've been trying to get stock car racing, greyhound racing, anything to do with sport, and they've all turned them down because of what they were. And also, with it being left abandoned for 15 years, getting the actual spectator facilities up to scratch would be very expensive.
Yeah, would, yeah.
So it remains the biggest sporting white elephant in Yorkshire.
Yeah, and in terms, obviously, you've had a lot of memories here.
Oh, yeah.
Was you sad to go?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I've been coming here for 30-odd years. Yeah. And although the new facility is absolutely magnificent, it's a brilliant stadium. But a lot of my heart, a lot of my memories are still here.
Yeah.
But we had to go, I understand it.
Yeah.
And for spectator facilities and the matchday experience, it's far better over the road at the New York Stadium. Yeah.
Which we'll head over to shortly. So, memories, obviously you've explained why you supported Rotherham. What's your standout memory watching a game here at Millmoor?
Well, there's three games that I'll never ever forget. The first one, obviously, is my first game, the
Yeah.
Easter Monday one with Wrexham.
Yeah.
The one that really got me hooked as a Rotherham fan. And I went with my auntie,
Yeah.
who used to work for the St John's ambulance. So I didn't even have to pay for that game.
Yeah, all right.
So I got in for nothing, but I was actually hooked from that day forward. The second game that I will always remember were October 1981. We'd just been promoted from what was the third division to the second division.
Right.
We didn't start the season too well. The second division's what's now the championship.
Yeah.
We didn't start the season too well. We're in the bottom half, and Chelsea came here
Right.
who were a championship or second division club at that time,
Yeah.
and we did them 6-0.
Oh, blimey, heck.
We did Chelsea. It actually happened. And if you search YouTube for Rotherham and Chelsea, the actual highlights of the game's on it.
Yeah.
And we did them 6-0 here. And later on in the season, about March time, 82, went to Stamford Bridge
Right.
and won 4-1 there.
Oh, right.
So we scored 10 goals
Yeah,
against
yeah.
Chelsea in the same
So,
season.
yeah. So Chelsea fans will not like Rotherham, man.
Probably not. Another thing, the other game that stand out, were in the 1991-92 season, first round of the FA Cup.
Yeah.
We played Scunthorpe here. We drew at Scunthorpe. We played Scunthorpe here in a replay.
Yeah.
Drew again 3-3.
Right.
And we were the first club to win an FA Cup tie on penalties.
Oh, brilliant. So a lot of obviously history there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Obviously, a lot of seasons you've watched the club here at Millmoor. What's your favourite season supporting Rotherham? down here?
1980-81.
Yeah.
Standout season. We had players like Ronnie Moore, Tony Towner,
Yeah.
John Seasman, John Breckin, who was still an ambassador for the club.
Yeah.
We won the third division title at that season, where and Barnsley were runners-up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was a good season
Yeah.
for South Yorkshire.
Yeah,
We actually won the championship and played some fantastic football all the way through.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my favourite standout season.
Yeah. And we're actually walking now at the back of the stand, which you say is the away end.
Yeah, the old away end. Yeah,
Yeah, so-
down the infamous Ginnell that most old football fans will remember.
Yeah.
It used to be quite frightening coming down.
I
here.
was just about to say, because Sam from Footy Adventures actually come down here, and a guy he interviewed, he said there's a lot of fighting around.
Yeah,
here,
there
so-
were. There used to be Rotherham fans up at the top there on the side stand that used to be throwing things down at the away fans.
Really?
Yeah. And unfortunately, I think it was in the late 90s, a Swansea fan got killed here.
Oh dear.
Something to do with being either being hit by something or being trampled by a police horse.
Yeah.
And that was, I can't remember what season it were, but it was a tragedy.
Yeah, I bet. 'Cause it's quite a daunting place just
Oh,
coming
God,
down
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Down here now without
Yeah.
any fans. So obviously, you say you moved over to the new stadium, which we're about to go to shortly. Do you often come down here and just have a look at the ground?
About once a season, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, my father-in-law just lives about a 10-minute walk away.
Oh, right.
So if I visit my father-in-law, I might have a walk down.
Right, yeah.
So just memories, isn't
That's
it, really? Yeah.
I mean, I think for any football fan, I think even if the ground got knocked down, I think fans go back because they have their memories with their families.
Well, that's right. I mean, if they ever did knock the ground down, which is probably might happen at some stage, the sporting covenant might run out.
Yeah.
I just hope they put some sort of memorial or some sort
That's
of
it, yeah.
like they do at other places.
Yeah. I've been to a few where they've left the centre circles.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and so not.
It'd be great, that.
Yeah. So we'll head down to the new ground now, and we'll finish this interview up down there. We'll
Yeah.
see you soon, guys.
Okay.
now we're at the, how do you pronounce it?
A-Seal.
A-Seal New York Stadium. So when did you move here?
We moved here in the first game was July 2012
Yeah.
against Barnsley.
There you go. And what was score of that?
That was 2-1 Rotherham win.
Right.
But it's our 11th season here.
Yeah.
11th season, I think it's 4 promotions and 3 relegations in 11 years.
Yeah, so a bit of excitement for you then.
Well, we don't do mid-table.
No.
We never do to mid-table.
And just explain the New York Stadium name. Where did that come from?
Well, I'm not 100% sure. They said it's the New York area of Rotherham, but I think that's a load of rubbish.
Yeah.
I know on this site here and on the Greston Crimes, which is there, the actual casts for the New York City fire hydrants that's been made famous in Hollywood movies, they were actually made on this site, cast, and obviously shipped over to America.
Right, so
I think that's got a lot to do with it.
I did read about that, so it could be potentially true.
I think there's some truth in that.
Yeah. And obviously, how did it feel moving over here? Were you excited? Were you a bit
very excited, because remember we've come off of 4 years at Don Valley Stadium.
Yeah.
So anything that we got, we're going to be an improvement on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a superb facility. Anybody who's been, there's no bad views in the stadium. There's no obstructing pillars or anything like that. Also, the stands are built that steeply. If there's anybody like 6'9" in front of you, it doesn't really make any difference.
Yeah, right. That's what you want. Some grounds you're a bit silly, you like.
Yeah, and also it's got a fair amount of leg room as well, which is good.
That's good then.
Yeah,
I'll look out for that.
So I think anybody that come, probably the size might put people off because it's only 12,000 capacity.
Yeah.
But it's for what we want. We don't want to be another MK Dons.
No.
We are 30 grand capacity stadium and only getting 4,000 and 5,000.
Yeah.
So most.
Sorry, Jonathan.
Yeah. So most weekends, it's I'd say 90+% full.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Which is good. It does help the atmosphere.
Yeah. And obviously, last season I've just met you. We've just started talking. How do you think last season went for Rotherham?
It went well, really, because our aim, really, as a club, is to stay in the Championship for as long as we can. It's getting harder and harder every year with the parachute payments to clubs that have come down from the Premier League, and also clubs like Leicester and Southampton selling the prize assets for 30 and 40 million.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't compete with that.
No, of course not.
We've got some talented players, but we also know where we are in the sort of like football food chain, if you like.
Yeah.
We know we're going to be bottom half. We know we're probably going to be fighting relegation. But if we can succeed again like we did last season, I'd be very happy.
Yeah, and obviously, like you say, this season it's probably going to be a similar sort of thing, do you think?
I think it's going to be even harder.
Yeah.
We've got Leicester down here at the end of August.
Yeah.
I mean, they're absolutely swimming in money at the moment.
Yeah.
We're selling Barnes and Madison.
Yeah.
But we gave a few big teams nosebleeds last season. We were the only club that Sheffield United didn't score against in a league game, because we drew 0-0 here and we won 1-0 at Bramall Lane.
Right, brilliant.
Which is good.
I'm happy at that.
Yeah, but yeah, if we can give the likes of your West Broms and your Leeds and whatnot nosebleeds, far bigger clubs than us, I'm quite happy. And if we can survive again and have a third straight season in the Championship, brilliant.
Yeah. And what's the atmosphere like here at New York Stadium?
Depends on it can get like a graveyard if the team are 2 or 3 down. I mean, it's human nature, really. But when the team get up and show that they're showing a bit of fight and we're getting on top, it's quite good.
That's good.
It's quite good. Yeah.
And lastly, position-wise, where do you see Rotherham finish this year?
I think probably bottom 6. But if we can finish 19th like we did last season, I'd be a very happy man.
That's good, yeah. And obviously, the first episode I do a quick fire 5 questions.
Yeah.
So, nice, quick, sharp answers. What's your favourite footy scran, Ian?
My favourite footy scran's a nicely done pie, they do at places like Stockport.
Yeah, nicely done pie. I'm probably the same, to be fair. Favourite Rotherham player ever?
That's an hard one. Okay, I'll go back to the 1980-81 third division title winning season, and we had a full-back there.
Yeah.
We got transferred to Southampton called Jerry Forrest.
Yeah.
Rolls Royce are a player, fantastic player, my favourite ever player.
Millmoor, New York Stadium.
For memories, Millmoor. For facilities, this place.
Favourite away ground in the EFL as a Rotherham fan?
In the EFL? You mean the current EFL?
Yeah.
Preston, Deepdale.
Yeah.
Fantastic away end.
Yeah, brilliant. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's
like
really
a cult
good.
Sort of feel.
Yeah, I
isn't
like
it?
Preston, yeah.
And lastly, one player Rotherham could sign, past or present, for this current squad.
The one that we sold to Middlesbrough last season, Dan Barlaser.
Yeah.
I'd have him back tomorrow.
Yeah. No, appreciate your time and
Absolutely.
thanks for jumping on here.
Brilliant, no problem.
Like I say, this is something new. This is the second episode of Talking Clubs, Rotherham United today. Ian, if you were going to nominate someone to be on the next episode, who will it be?
Oh, probably Jake.
Yeah. Good Wednesday. I like that one.
Yeah.
No, Jake, he's called you out, mate, so it'll probably happen in the future. If you're new to this channel, smash the like button and give us a subscribe. And what's your last words, Ian?
Up the Millers.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone.